You know when their last appointment was, you know their allergies, their medications, their health history. You schedule their checkups, you track their symptoms, you research their conditions, and you even advocate for them at every appointment. But let me ask you this. When was the last time you went to the doctor for yourself? When was the last time you prioritized your own health? Not as an afterthought, not when you're already sick, but proactively, intentionally, as if your body mattered as much as everyone else's. Hmm? That's health mental load. And it's not just exhausting, it's making you sick. Hey, I'm Tamberly, and I help professional women reduce the load using the EOD system. In this video, I'm going to show you why health mental load happens, how to fix it, and the exact systems to put in place so that you can finally take care of yourself without guilt. So let's define this. What is health mental load? Health mental load is the invisible cognitive work of managing health for yourself and for everyone you in your care. It's not just going to the doctor, it's tracking symptoms, researching conditions, managing medications, coordinating appointments, advocating for care, and carrying the emotional weight of worrying about everyone's well being. So here's an example. It's not just taking your child to the pediatrician, right? It's noticing the symptoms 3 days before the appointment. It's Googling it at night. It's calling the office to get the earliest slot. It's taking time off from work to go. It's remembering to ask about the vaccines that's due. It's picking up the prescription on the way home. It's monitoring. It's whether it's working. It's doing all of this while also managing your own health, which keeps getting pushed to the bottom of the list, right? The appointment was 30 minutes. The mental work around it, that's been running for days. And here's the painful truth. The person who manages everyone else's health is usually the last one to take care of their own. So why does this happen? Let's talk about it. Here's why mental health loads land heaviest on women. In most households and families, one person becomes the default health manager, right? They track the appointments, they know the medical history, they research the symptoms, they advocate at the doctor's office. And that person is almost always a woman. Now, it didn't happen because of a conversation, it didn't happen because of a decision. It happened gradually, one appointment at a time, one prescription at a time, until managing everyone's health became your job. And just like with household mental load and parenting mental load, no one assigned it to you. It just became yours because you were paying attention, because you cared, because you showed up. And now you're the family's chief medical officer without the title, without the pay, and without the time left for your own health. Women are conditioned from a very young age to put others first, to be caregivers, to prioritize the needs of people around them over their own needs. And nowhere does this show up more painfully than in health. You cancel your own doctor's appointments to take someone else to theirs. You'll ignore your own symptoms because you don't have time to deal with them. You'll push through exhaustion, pain, and burnout because stopping feels selfish. And the message you've internalized, whether you know it or not, is that your health is less important than everyone else's. And that's not true. But it's what the conditioning says, and it's why your own health keeps getting pushed to the bottom of the list. Now, health decisions carry a weight that most other decisions don't. When you're managing someone else's health, you're not just scheduling appointments. You're making decisions that affect their quality of life. You're advocating in systems that don't always listen. You're researching conditions that are scary. You're carrying the emotional weight of worry. Worry about whether you caught something early enough, whether you're doing enough, whether you made the right call. And that emotional weight is exhausting. And it doesn't turn off when the appointment is over. This is why mental this is why health mental load is so depleting. It's not just cognitive, it's emotional. And when you're carrying it for everyone else, there's nothing left for you. So here's the good news. You don't have to keep running everyone's health on your own. And I'm going to show you exactly how to fix it using the EOD system. Plus, give you 3 specific systems to put into place this week. So, the first step is to externalize. Get your health mental load out of your head. Tonight, take 10 minutes and do a brain dump, a health brain dump. Write down every health related thing you're tracking, every appointment, every medication, every symptom that you've been meaning to look into, every checkup that's overdue for yourself and for everyone that you care for. And be honest with yourself. When did you last go to the doctor? When did you last get your labs done? When did you last do something proactively for your own health? Write it all down, get it out of your head and onto paper. So externalize, get it out. Then the second step is to organize. Use AI to help you see the full picture clearly. Take your brain dump and paste it into ChatGPT or any AI platform. I'll drop a prompt in the description. Ask the AI to categorize your health tasks, appointments, medications, preventive care, mental health, nutrition, fitness. Ask it to identify what's overdue. Ask it to flag what you're managing for others that could be delegated or shared. And ask if this specific question: what health task am I doing for others that I'm not doing for myself? Now, that answer might be uncomfortable, but it's important to know. So, organize. Use AI as your thinking partner. And the third step is to design. Create systems so your health, and especially your own, stops being an afterthought, okay? Here are 3 systems that you can create this week. A family health hub. System 1. Create one central document, a Google Doc, a Notion page, a Notes app. This is where all essential health information lives: names of doctors, insurance information, medication lists, allergy information, appointment history. Now it's not all in your head, it's in a document, and anyone in your household can access it. It and you're not the only one who knows where everything is anymore. And here's a strip that you can use with your household. I'm creating a family health document so we all have access to it. You need to add your own information and keep it updated. System number 2, your health first rule. Schedule your own health appointments before anyone else's, not after, before, okay? This week, book one appointment for yourself. Maybe it's a checkup, lab work, go to the dentist, or therapy. Whatever you've been putting off, put it on the calendar before you schedule anything else. And when you feel guilty about it, and you will, I want you to remind yourself of this. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Taking care of your health is not selfish. It's what makes it possible for you to take care of everybody else. And then the last system is the health delegation conversation. If you have a partner, adult children, or others in your household, it's time to have the conversation. So here's your strip. I've been managing most of our family's health logistics, and I need to share that responsibility. I'd like for you to take ownership of give them a specific area, whether it's their own apartments, the kids' dental, etc. Can we talk about how to make that work? Now, this is not a complaint, it's a request, and it starts the conversation that needs to happen, okay? And if you're parenting alone, the delegation looks different, but the principle is still the same. As your children get older, they can start managing their own health. That's not neglect, that's teaching them to be self sufficient, right? So I want you to pick one of these systems and implement it this week. Just one. Start there. So I know what it's like to manage everyone's health while ignoring your own. I know every doctor's appointment, every medication for everyone but myself. I know what that is like. When I was a single mom, I was the only one managing everything my daughter's health, my own, sometimes my mom at the time, all of it. And I'll be honest with you, my own health was always last because there was always something more urgent, always someone who needed me more. And to be honest with you, I paid for it, not dramatically and not in a crisis type of way, but in the slow, quiet way that neglect tends to show up, and the fatigue that never fully went away, and things that I kept putting off until they became bigger problems than they actually needed to be. But you know what? What I now know is that my health was never actually less important than anyone else's. I just treated it that way. And you know the saying, when you know better, you do better, right? And the EOD system has helped me see that. And things have changed. Even with my daughter being 21, I'm still, I was still feeling the responsibility of making sure she was healthy, getting the things that she needed. But using the EOD system has helped me and things have changed. When I externalized my health mental load and looked at it clearly, I could see exactly how much I was managing for others, my daughter, and how little I was doing for myself. And I made a decision that my health goes on the calendar first. Not because I stopped caring about Sage, my daughter, but because I finally started caring about myself the same exact way. And that's what I want for you too. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to try this tonight. Download the free 20-minute EOD Reset Challenge. It walks you through all three steps: externalize, organize, design, so that you can clear the mental load of health and figure out exactly what needs to change. Now, the link is in the description. It's free and it takes only 20 minutes and it works. And I also want to hear from you. So tell me this: when was the last time you went to the doctor for yourself, not for someone else, but for you? Drop it in the comments. No judgment, just straight honesty. I read and respond every single comment. And if this video helped you, hit the subscribe button. I post new mental load strategies every Tuesday and Saturday, and you don't want to miss out. I'll see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching. If you're designing a life less loaded, subscribe and join the community. Drop a comment below. I read every single one. See you next time.